Right, here's some exponent rules. Okay, so hopefully we all know that negative 3 squared, right? Negative 3 times negative 3, two negatives, positive 9. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. Negative 3 times negative 3 is also positive 9. Okay, so two negatives make a positive. Right, what we have here is negative 2 to the power 4, but is this negative 2 to the power 4? Okay, so with this one, there's a good explanation right here in the book. Okay, there it is. So negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. 4 negatives, so that's going to give you a positive. Right, remember it's an odd amount of negatives that keep it negative. So even amount of negatives, positive. Then 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16, which is right here. Okay, but this here, now if you think of, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, okay, this has a parenthesis, right? In other words, there it is. This is negative 2 being raised to the power 4. This one here does not have parenthesis, so I've got to think about doing the exponent first. In other words, I'm going to ignore that minus sign, the negative. That's like saying I'm going to do a subtraction, I'm going to leave it right to the very end. So I've got to think, what's 2 to the power 4? Well, again, that's positive 16. So I'm going to do this bit here. 2 to the power 4, which we already know is 16. Well, look, I've still got this left to write. That's why this is negative 16. All right. So let's have a look over here. How about this? Right next to this last one. Now again, that is 3 squared, which is 9. And then I write the negative in, so it's negative 9. Okay, that negative is not part of the exponent. Okay, it's just, the answer is just negative. 3 squared with a negative. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Let's use it. How about this? A real nasty orders of operation. Well, there it is at the start. But remember, I have to do parentheses first. So it's all this stuff here has got to be done first, but actually there's parentheses inside the brackets, okay, that have to be done first as well. All right. So what I'm really doing here is this 2 take away 4. Okay. Again, I'm taking away a bigger number. 2 take away 4. Well, 4 take away 2 is 2. 2 take away 4 is negative 2. Okay, that's what I have for that. Still got the division. A little bit better. Still division. Still got the negative 12. Still got square brackets. Okay, and of course I've got all this here. Whew. Okay, so still doing what's inside the parenthesis, or the brackets now. So what's negative 12 divided by negative 2? Well, that's 2 negatives. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. But so is negative 12 divided by negative 2. Okay, so that actually is 6 inside that bracket. Still got the minus, still got the 3 squared with a minus in front. Okay. Now be careful, look at this. Do not get carried away and think here that 2 negatives make a positive. Alright, I haven't solved the things inside the bracket yet. I don't know if that's going to stay negative. Well, it hasn't. Look, I've got positive 6. So don't just jump ahead of stuff, okay? Don't think, oh look, there's 2 negatives. Alright, no. Right, okay, so what's next? I guess the exponent. Now remember, that is 3 squared, which is 9, but it's negative. I'm going to take away a 6. I don't really need that bracket anymore. So here we go. Right, negative 9, negative 6. You are adding things of the same sign. Just add the numbers, add the 9 and the 6, you get 15, but keep the sign. So negative 9, another negative 6 is negative 15. Okay, think about a number line if you need to, but that's the answer to all this big one up here.